Hey guys, what's going on? So last week, I know I didn't upload anything. It was a bit of a busy time. I had lots of stuff going on at work. I had lots of stuff going on in my life, which is separate from work. I'm not going to go into the whole details of that. Suffice to say that I didn't have enough time to make a proper video, edit it right, or even present it in a good fashion. So last week was sort of a mess, so I just took the whole time off. I didn't put up a video for Pineapple Hog Studios. I didn't put up a video for this channel. So it was just a bit of a break, but I'm back now. Unfortunately today I didn't have anything planned, so for now I think I'm just going to, just sort of think out loud on just whatever comes into my head, just see where it goes from there. It may be a bit of an unusual format, but I'm hoping that it pans out successfully enough. So the thing that I've actually been sort of curious about lately is who was actually the first person to think of the idea of putting pineapple on pizza? Right. I know there's a lot of controversy around the whole pineapple on pizza thing. Like, some people like it, some people hate it with a passion, some people are very into it as a topping, and I'm just sort of wondering why. I mean, pineapple is a very acidic fruit. I mean, it doesn't taste like very sweet when you bite into it. It's sort of got a tang to it, and I'm just wondering who thought it belonged on pizza to begin with. Because you think pizza is basically just a slice of bread, essentially. It's floury cooked dough with tomato sauce on top of it. Sometimes it's got different types of cheese, and that's the basic pizza. It's bread with pizza sauce on it, which is consistent of tomatoes and other stuff, and then cheese. And with that, you sort of get a sense of the flavorings that you might want with that. Some people like variations on different meats. You got pepperoni, you've got sausage. People like onions on their pizza, which I'm still sort of out on that. People like taco flavored pizza. Some people like olives. Others like mushrooms, which I don't know why you would like that. I mean, mushrooms is another one of the foods that I'm not entirely sure belongs on pizza, but people still like it anyway. Personally, mushrooms, from consistency when you bite into them, what I imagine biting into a slug would be like, so not exactly a winner for me. And so you're thinking that you're biting into this bread with pizza sauce and cheese on it. I'm thinking I want to be able to taste stuff that would go well with that, like sausage. Sausage pizza is one of my favorite flavors, aside from just like all-out four meat or any combination like that, or taco pizza. Those are my two big wins. I'm thinking, I don't want to bite into a pizza and also taste a very acidic fruit that's sort of just tangy when you bite into it on the pizza. I mean, that doesn't seem like it would flow very well. I mean, just pineapple pizza in general, I'm not a fan of it because of that very reason. I mean, I know people say, can't say you don't like it until you've tried it. In truth, I haven't tried pineapple pizza before simply because of the fact that I don't like the idea of biting into pizza and there being this tangy fruit greeting my tongue at the same time. And another one of these things that I seem to sort of go against the flow on this is I like Arkham Origins. Batman Arkham Origins as a video game. I think it did okay. I like playing it myself. I know there's a lot of people who think, oh, Arkham Origins is a bad game because it deviates in this way, and oh, the shot gloves are bad. But you know what? I actually sort of liked Arkham Origins playing through it as a beginning Batman story, like not full on origin, but just sort of showing him at the beginning of his career. I like that. I also sort of how the game played on the themes of like vigilante type actual activities, such as stopping the random crimes or investigating the crime scenes around Gotham throughout the night, and just stopping like black mask drug caches and Penguin's arms that he was selling illegally. Like, that sort of sense of Batman at the beginning of his career, I liked playing through that. I liked the story of it. I didn't mind the shot gloves. They were actually sort of a good addition to the game. Me playing through the original Arkham games like Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, I wasn't a fan of how I had to keep doing specific shot combos, like using the cape stun and using a beatdown to take down a thug wearing body armor. I like that the shot gloves just allow me to punch right through that. And sort of, it may have been sort of cheating the game system a bit, but I liked playing with the shot gloves just because I didn't like having to keep doing the stun attack, but that's just me being a lazier gamer. Just like an off topic here, I'm looking off screen right now at this sort of collection of buckets that I have. Because at my work we keep our ice cream in these 3-gallon buckets, and recently I was able to get my hands on 2 that I got to take home from work. They were like half filled, finished off the ice cream in them, and then I just sort of kept onto the buckets because I didn't know if I should return them or not, which I may be in trouble for that, I don't know. But I'm just looking over here, and the use that I found for these buckets recently was putting my comic book collection in them. And I'm just sort of wondering if that's a good idea anymore, because these are round 3-gallon buckets, and traditionally comic books do not take on a sort of circular shape unless they are stored in them for some time. There's some pretty valuable older ones in here, and I'm sort of wondering if maybe I should like upgrade to like a box or something. So, I mean, I kind of like the buckets. I mean, I took some time to put some duct tape designs on them, and my brother helped me with putting a Superman shield on the top because I'm terrible at duct tape art. But I kind of like the way that it's set up right now. I've got my DC books in one bucket, and I've got my Marvel books in another, which there's a big difference between the DC books and the Marvel books, because there are more DC books than Marvel, simply because I like DC more, and I haven't been able to find any Marvel books recently that have interested me enough to actually get them. So I don't know, maybe one day I'll be able to find some actual proper containers for them, but today is not that day apparently. I used to play the guitar, and I've also got that down here with me, and I'm wondering if maybe I should pick up practicing that again, because playing the guitar is a good skill to have, good conversation starter at parties. Like, yeah, I play the guitar. Like, I know a few songs. I sort of stopped playing the guitar to begin with because I broke my left arm a few years ago, and ever since that, my arm hasn't been able to, like, function, and my hand hasn't been able to turn all the way. So forming chords on a guitar with my left hand was sort of a challenge. So I stopped playing it after a while, also because I got busy with school stuff back in my senior year, which is when I stopped playing. It's good to sort of keep pursuing things, like, even if you run into obstacles like that. Like, if you have something in mind with what you want to be able to do with a specific talent that you want to develop, then you should keep going after it, even if, like, for my instance, I can't move my left hand all that well. Like, if there's something that is in your way of being able to do something, then you shouldn't, like, just let that get you down. You should try and keep at it with the best of your ability. And if it doesn't pan out, well, then you can just move on to the next thing and go from there. Now, I've got to work a shift today. It's like 1 to 8, which after I get done with that, I'm probably going to come back here and edit the video you're watching now and upload it. Hopefully it'll be up before midnight. So, I'm wondering how I should time myself on that. I mean, all I gotta do is cut out the awkward pauses and such. So, that should be fun. Editing on my laptop actually isn't all that great because it's a little notebook laptop and it wasn't exactly designed with video editing in mind. So, every time that I go to edit a video, I have to think about how I've got to pace myself and when I've got to save each edit, because sometimes it will crash in the middle of the editing process, and then I've got to wait like 5 minutes before I can go back in and start editing again. And I've got to save each and every edit because I never know when the crash is going to happen. So one of the things that I've really got to think about investing in later on is getting a new laptop so that I don't have to keep worrying about these editing crashes, and I don't have to keep borrowing my brother's computer, which is a desktop, has a lot more processing power in order to edit my videos, because it's really starting to get to be a pain in my butt, and I don't want to keep dealing with crashing, then waiting, then restarting the whole editing process. That's another thing that I've got to worry about investing on in the future, along with all my wonderful college classes, which I start in the next month. I mean, it might be sometime in August, and I can never remember when the semester starts, so I've got to look forward to that too. Just checking Twitter now. You know, the fish behind me right now, there's an interesting story behind that. It used to be mounted on a wall in the basement at my church 2 years ago now. No, just 1 year ago now. we were redecorating the area in which it was, and we decided, you know what, we got to do something with all these decorations, because it wasn't just the fish, it was that, a Route 66 sign, and I think an old-fashioned Coca-Cola advert. And so we all got together and was like, okay, we're redecorating this area, we need to get rid of these things, but we don't just want to throw them out. So we put all of our names into a hat. We're going to draw names out of this hat, and whoever's name gets drawn for this, you get to have it, and my name got drawn for the fish. I really wanted the Route 66 sign, though, just for the sake of having it and be like, oh look, I got a Route 66 sign hanging up. What are you going to do? But I've got this giant rainbow fish now, and I was planning on using it in some video at some point. I knew that. Then I thought, you know what, this actually makes up for a nice color contrast in the background of this unfinished man cave. So I thought, you know what, I'll just put it on the back of this couch here before I can wall mount it and just sort of have it as a nice background decoration. And it's actually not supposed to be sitting back there like that. It's supposed to be flipped the other way so that the head is here and the tail's down there. The only reason I didn't do that is because I like this layout a lot better for some reason. I think I've done all that I can for this video. Don't forget, videos every weekend. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this and behind the scenes stuff from Pineapple Hog Studios, other such great things. And turn on the post notifications for that so you know exactly when a new video goes up. And that will be all for today, and I will see you guys next weekend.